So, hello everyone, welcome to all. This is the special Q&A session of the PNBS event ML series article edition, article contest second edition. And so, good evening everyone. And in this session or in this meet, so first, Girish, are you here?
Yeah,
Yeah, so basically, for first, the submission is now fifth, but it is extended to 10. So basically, the uh, before submission, this is for the guidance, and if anyone has any queries or any doubts, they can ask they can ask me in this meet here. And so, first of all, Giri should explain the process and procedure to the brief, and then I will take any queries or doubts or any doubts anyone, and I will guide everyone so that they can easily and flawlessly submit the article mm, in during up to till 10th September. So first of all, let's start. Girish, you can start your brief, and then you can brief explain about the
yeah,
event, then I will start.
sure. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. Let me share my screen. You want to continue?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Just a second. I need to rejoin the meet, so I'll be back.
Okay, no issues. So, in the meantime, I want to say that after submitting the article, when the article is out, so the shortlisted and selected articles will be awarded by their article will be published in our One Earth e-newsletter, which has been published previously before, and also they can get the certificate from the One Earth House as well. So uh, I will encourage everyone to write article regarding anything, be it AI, ML, NLP, robotics, electronics, embedded C programming projects, anything. Okay, Girish is here. Yeah, Girish, you can start your epochs. Yes, go on. Girish, you are in mute.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So basically, this contest is about writing some article. So when we mean article, it is basically from the research paper. Like we have lot of research papers, right? So you could refer to IEEE publications or ACM. So you could get inspired from those papers and you can present your novel ideas in the form of articles. So basically, like you can take ideas from any domains, be it AML or some programming domains. When we say programming domains, it means be it like in computation, like theory of computation, or any architecture based, or say for example security based, those aspect, right? If you observe, like lot of active works are going, especially when it comes to agentic AI and those AML domain, right? Like agents, those things are very common now. When I say agents, like AI agents, like you can explore those articles, read them, and then you can add your own ideas. Or else, if you are interested in robotics or physics, even we are welcome for that, such ideas. So it is a very great opportunity for foundation students because these article will be published in our e-magazine, which I will show you shortly. So it might reach a lot of people as they read, like they could see your original work, and if they are inspired, like they may connect with you, right? So as I mentioned earlier, like the domains and topic includes a machine learning. So in this, you have AI, ML, like ML in the sense like it is we are just making it as a traditional one, traditional ML. Even that we have active areas of research, like the concepts of self-supervised learning or federated learning, and those areas, right? So AI or Gen AI, you have, as I mentioned earlier, uh, agent workflows, and then cybersecurity. Of course, like you can even think in this way, like you can combine multiple domains to bring your own ideas. Uh, Now with Gen AI has been introduced, and then with the cybersecurity domain, like you can think how you can what are the risks posed by the agents in the security domain, or how you can leverage the concept of security when applying Gen AI flows like that. And of course, we are doing a program in data science. So in case you are interested in that, you can do it. And you have statistics as well. And any other related domain is welcome for this. And next domain we have mentioned is the programming or theory. So languages when it means like you have Python, Java. So even in these languages, the research will be going
Python,
on.
Java, C, C++,
Yeah.
anything, PHP, any languages.
Yeah. Right. So even in these languages, active research is going on. Say, for example, right now you are might be familiar with Go, Rust being developed. So this article may focus on how the Rust was developed, like what is the advantage of using it in the existence of other languages. Every language has some particular feature. It is basically introduced to solve a problem that those are challenges of the previous languages. So you could even catch those ideas in your articles. And next is software engineering. So for software engineering, you have like a lot of things to explore. Be it the design patterns. When I say design patterns, we have factory pattern and then a singleton pattern. You could keep on exploring that. And also you have this concept of having like something like code smells, like uh, some code which you write or really bad designs, or some design patterns will fit only particular use cases. So you could make your article analyze those things as well. And compilers. So basically, if you take C, then it is basically compiled. Now, Python is basically an interpreted language. Then you can just see the internal working of this compilers and how interpreter actually work. What is the difference between them? Something like that. Or you can purely rely how compilers work. So compilers will underlay the concept of computation. If you see like finite state machines and those concepts. So you could even see how those concepts can be enhanced by taking idea in completely unrelated domains. So how these finite state machines are working, and like you can take inspiration from either ML algorithm or security algorithm and see if you could apply some of those concepts over here. On the other one is databases. So basically, in databases, you have two broad categories, SQL and NoSQL. Under again, as we did for languages, the database, a new database will be introduced only to solve a challenge that is not solved by the existing databases. And they are like very particularly targeted for one particular use case. So you can make a survey of it, like that will be really useful, right? Like why you're using a database and under what situation, what is the capacity, something like that. right? And the other one is
Yes.
hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone?
No, no, no. Go on, go on, go on.
Okay. And the other one is hardware. So in the hardware section, I don't have much context over there, but still, if you see like how computers store data, like earlier it was used to be SSDs, those concepts were used, and then like I'm talking about very basic computer like CPUs and those programs. And if you see now, like under there, like we use bits, but now the new term buzzword of quantum computing is there, like in interdisciplinary you can see. But yeah, now we have this concept of qubits. So you everyone might be aware that Google has designed, like they claim to achieve quantum supremacy over that mission which you see, like it is made of gold, I believe, and it has to be preserved and on a particular temperature for that, like those hardware has to be preserved on those temperatures to make it work. So you can get those concepts of qubits over there. So you could even see on that. And regarding security, like we already spoke, you can you can be a attacker or you can be a defense.
Yeah,
Like when
regarding cybersecurity,
yeah,
yeah, computer security and how the data are secured, uh, and you can write about essay secure cell or like any like secured pattern, secured algorithm, if anything like that, you can write regarding that secured context and that secured portion. So like how data are secure, how data are stored securely in the computer, and also the computer hub where all the data in the clouds. So how the data saved in cloud in the secured patterns, uh, in the secure and securely, and like in the cloud, which algorithm has used, so you can basically write article related to that algorithms as well. Go on.
yeah, yeah, like even that's really like interesting topic, like how we ensure security in the cloud. Or you can use of like Kali Linux or the Pareto OS, right? Like those concepts, like the how are the tools they're built, how are Wireshark working? You can even take those concepts also. Or you might be very familiar with this SQL injection attack or man in the middle replay attacks or defense strategies against these attacks. So you can think about that. And then algorithms, yeah. So either you can make use of classical algorithms. When you say algorithms, like it can be like focused on particular data structures. You might be very familiar with the dynamic programming or greedy algorithms. Or if you take database, like we do have a concept of indexing, and there we use particular data structure like B plus trees or something like that. So like some algorithms are work only for a particular data structures. Like we do have graph algorithms, like it is focused only on graph data structures, and you can compare those algorithm and see which one is effective. Or you can just compare, yeah, the time or the space or why we should use one algorithm and for what input, something like that. And complexity, like this algorithm will have the complexity, right? Time complexity or the space complexity, how much memory is required for the execution of algos, like that. And cryptography, in cryptography also you could see, you will be having
Uh,
classical, yeah,
Regarding cryptography, so basically you can relate article that how data is, see in the security portion I have described that how data is so secure in the cloud, but you in the in the cryptography the thing is how the data is saved in the cloud through hashed. So basically, you see that if you saved in password in any platform like Google, Microsoft, or like Facebook, anywhere, so when in the cloud that your raw password will not go, so basically it will be hashed and then the password will go to the cloud and it is saved. So how the password is hashed and which algorithm is used, So mainly that is the cryptography as far as I know. And so you can write about cryptic language, right? Related cryptic language cryptography about software. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, right. So yeah, as you mentioned, like we can do, or we have in the classical cryptography, we a very simple thing is Caesar cipher, and then like we started making the concept, like currently we use DIS and AES, I believe, like data encryption standards, and another one is advanced data encryption standards. But these two, like DIS and AES, are they the quantum computing claims that they can break these two encryptions. So you could even explore those path as well. And one more thing is, yeah, like hashing algorithms. Hashing algorithm is really interesting. Like I hope everyone here have some context on Git and GitHub how it works. So there, if you see, like your commit will have some hash ID, right? Like those are basically some hashes. Like whatever code you put, like that gets converted into a hash, and then that's the way those IDs are generated. Like they use something like SHA algorithm, like secure hash algorithm or some hashing algorithm, and then they can just convert. I forgot but they use something like SHA-256 or something. Next,
Excuse me.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
So articles should be about a topic, right? I mean, we can have some topic like in which we suggest something. I mean, a good programming practice
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
project
correct,
planning. So we can also
correct.
include group.
Yeah, yeah, groups are allowed. Yeah,
yeah,
and the main thing is like if you have some novelty in the article, that makes it more interesting to read than a survey based. So you can keep that in mind. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So next is like in interdisciplinary, like you can talk about uses of AI in economics field or physics and quantum computing. Like if you see the rise of quantum computing is due to physics, like since the light can behave as both wave as well as a particle, that is the idea of quantum computing and qubits. That's how it is formed. And how we can how that is used in case of yeah, earlier I mentioned, right, like those quantum algorithms will break the AES and DES, which is currently a best practice that is followed across the world. The quantum computing will actually break them. You could see those possibility, and you can even think on it, like already we have something called as the post quantum algorithms, and you can read about that as well, like those algorithms which is used for encryption or decryption, but they withstand even the quantum effect as well. Or you can explore about robotic software like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, something like that. How are they built, how the machines interact with each other, and the impact of AI on biomed or any particular tools we use. I'm not aware of particular tools over there or in business, healthcare, and social impact. So you could keep on exploring applications of AI there, and you can make use of this. So these are like a very brief idea of the domains. So the first thing is the work must be original. Like you can take inspiration from IEEE, like you have a lot of journals, right? IEEE, ACM, Science Direct, yeah, like these, or you can even just see the Google Scholars page, and you can get everything. Or you can even read Medium articles there. So you could get ideas from there, but on top of it, it would be better if you could add your own novel ideas. So instead of being like completely describing what is done earlier, if on top of it you can make your own suggestion, it would be better. And
uh,
plagiarism
Sorry,
is, yeah,
sorry for interrupting, but
okay.
just a second. Nitin Kumar has messaged that is it necessary to write article on research paper? Can I use other thing report published with different people, companies, article previously in the domain that I'm writing in? Yeah, you can use their reports, articles as well. but make thing original. So basically the content you need to change some stuff so that it looks like that it is solely from your side, not from their side. So if you write any article, make sure that it won't be copied from that thoroughly. You can use their reference in your article, but don't copy paste that article of other companies, other reports as well. So make sure you write your article that is completely original, but you can use references from there as well. And you have to mention that references as bibliography. You have to mention the references in your article. Okay, Girish, go on.
Yeah, right. So yeah, this is the first point which is talking like you shouldn't actually do submit as the same article you have posted earlier, right? Like say for example you have written some article earlier and then it is published in some other site, and you have to make some significant modification, like you have to add some new insights or updates on top of it, and you have to claim that the article you have written previously is significantly different from which you make submission now. Yep, right. The second point is like you should not use completely AI generated content. When I say completely, it's not like you should never use it, but you can use it to improve the grammar of the article or like uh, a complex ideas you can say, and AI will make it simple for you, but you should not make your idea itself to be generated from AI, right? So it should be your own idea, and yeah, like it shouldn't be like the idea itself shouldn't be generated, but you can use AI to avoid grammatical mistakes or spellings of that sort. So we will check using AI generated content or not, and if it is greatly above a certain threshold, then we could easily find. I hope like everyone is aware of something like how much GPT article has. Like we could easily figure out using some of the open source tools available. Yeah. Right. And the next part is yeah, it should be obviously in English, and you should submit in PDF format, and the text should be like basically it's selectable, like you shouldn't make it like image or something. Like it is like we can easily drag over the text. That's what it means. And we have recommended a font Times New Roman with size 12, and you can form a team, so either one student or a team, and
One
once
student or Mhm. And so basically if you can write the article solely, or you can write the article in your team. So if your team is shortlisted, then th- those of your team members and you also, your name will be published there. So basically if you can't write in that solely, that it will be too hectic and you can't write, it is impossible for you, make some go and make some friend and encourage him to also write and write the article as a team. So then it will be easy for you guys if you can't write the article solely. Yes, go on.
yeah, okay. And maximum page limit is 2. So in case if your article is going beyond 2 pages, try to limit it, and maybe you could request, or you can just avoid the references in the initial submission, but you must have
No, no, no,
yeah,
Girish,
submission. Okay.
there is the new rule that the reference has to be added. So
Okay.
basically, now I have done one thing. So basically, write, uh, you can write or you can exceed the 2 page, or you can write above the 2 page, 3 or 4 page, but don't like increase the page count. Then the review, whose instructors will be the reviewer paper, they will be like it will be too hectic for them to read. So basically try to put your article in 2 page, but if it's not consist there, then you can increase 1 or 2 page at max, but don't make it like a 30 page or 40 page long article.
Right. Okay. Then with that, you have to make the references. Like you could see the format of references in standard papers, like I mentioned, IEEE, how the references cited there, you could use the same style to make. And then the submissions are internally reviewed by instructors we have, and then their decisions are final. So like there is no bias or something. And shortlisted articles, like it will be published in our newsletter. So you will be getting credits and certificate uh, for that. And every this time, like everyone will get a participation certificate for a successful submission of the article. And
Uh,
so
if
yeah,
if we don't have any reference, I mean, we I'm if someone is writing on its own, their own experience, their own programming behavioral like something, so they don't have
yeah,
any reference to outer sources to refer to the reader. So if we don't include references, then it's okay,
yeah,
right?
it is
Yeah,
completely fine.
it's completely fine.
Yeah.
Reference is,
Also,
if you take any other references, then only reference has to be added. Otherwise, if you share your experiences, then your experiences matter, and what you write in that article, it's matter. No need to add references, like no need to add references which has no any references. So basically, if you take any other articles as a references, then only you has to be add references.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Also, as you mentioned, in case of your own programming experience, right? Like, I feel it's better if you can even add a small code snippets over there, which is supporting your clients, something like that. So you could even think of it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So
I
some of
can provide, I can provide my GitHub link in the article if possible. Uh,
GitHub link, I guess it's public, right? If the GitHub link you said, if it's public, then I guess no issue will be happen. Yeah, you can send your GitHub link there. No issues.
yeah,
okay.
or else you can even convert the core part of your code into some algorithms. Like that's how standard papers work. So you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
even consider.
Yeah, I wanted to just share the whole project, by the way, so that's why.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Like you can even add this as a citation or something, right? Like upon clicking that, you could just open to that page, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So some of the do's here are like your article should be original and team collaboration is accepted here, and make it well cited with the proper references. Keep your article simple so it is easy to read, and of course it should be a self-written article and not the complete idea should not be AI generated one. So the do nots thing here is like it shouldn't be AI generated or plagiarized. Like somewhere it's published and you can just copy paste. Like if we could easily find it out using some open source tools. And article published by someone else, like yeah, that's the same point. And multiple submissions from a single person or team is not allowed. And uncited work, or if your article lacks your motive or something, then it's not the like the juries have a higher chance of rejecting that. And don't keep it more than 2 pages. And yeah,
Now it can be more than 2 pages, but make sure you had to insert the correct format, and if it increased for more than 2 pages, then the jury or like the reviewer will check, and if he sees that some which has which is like totally not the link with that article, but it is written article, then uh, the reviewer has to disqualify the article as well. So basically, write such way that each and everything is linked to your idea, not like I just forgot that word, but not like some other stuff is like you add it and it will make like the big or like heavy weighted article, but in this article, when reviewer will see that your idea is too much less and some other thing is there in the article, That's not correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can submit your article as a team, like some of the FAQs which you commonly got or this, like so you could revise your article after initial submission. Like you could make multiple submissions. When I say multiple submissions of the same article, you can
Yeah.
just revise. Yeah. And then code snippets and diagrams are allowed. Like you could present your ideas in the form of a flow chart or something like that. So you could make use of tools like Draw.io, which is very helpful in making flowchart. uh, anything. And everyone, those who successfully submits an article will get a certificate, and you will be notified by via an email once if it is shortlisted. So in case of general queries, you can mail this, or for article related, you can mail this ID, and yeah, you could also join our WhatsApp group. So let's go to how to submit part. So to submit, you need to sign in first, and the deadline you could see is 5th September.
It has been extended to in September. I has to extend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And once you click on sign in to submit, like yeah, you could just sign in. Sign in. So here you will be having the option to upload your PDF, and then you could also read this instruction in this portal also. You could see it as PDF maximum 2 pages. If any error, it states like error uploading file, like you could refresh and try again or log out and use incognito mode. Upon successful submission, you could see successfully submitted. And you could go to my submission tab and you can view your submission is here. Like for me, it shows hash one because I made one submission earlier. And you could see your reviews after the article submission is done, like you could see here. And regarding the previous newsletters, you could access
Yes.
over here. Yeah. See, this is our wider e-newsletter in which your article will be published. So you could read.
This is the first edition, the previous edition, the newsletter, and see there all the article has been published. So
Yeah.
so everyone can refer this article. So if you have any doubts like how can you write, if any AI has come, then how can I write, how can my article will be original, and it's and for this kind of doubts and queries, you can refer this previous archives, previous newsletter. So basically you can understand that how you can write the article best.
Yeah. You see, like they have make use of diagrams here, their results, uh, new perspectives in the sense like their own ideas over there. Yeah. Or you can just show your results like some experiment is conducted and something like that. Yeah. So you could just refer to it, and yeah. So this is what I had. Like any doubts or anything?
No, now any doubts,
Yeah.
you can unmute yourself and ask. Madhav, you says that what measures are taken to defend against AI-based content? As far as I know, this isn't defendable. So basically, yeah, if you write any article that is like totally on AI, or you can't write, or like you can write solely too much original. So basically, you write your original content, but you have to mention the references of that AI site, from AI which site that article has come, because like in I am saying a suggestion. If you search your article idea and you brainstorming through GPT or AI, uh, then you just ask AI that give the site or like research papers link, not like AI will write your article. No, you have to ask the AI to give some websites or some research papers link. For that you will go, and then you will read and theorize, and then brainstorming your idea. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Any doubts? Anisha Singh, you have any doubts? Okay, okay. Then I guess if you have no doubts, then I guess let's close and let's end this meeting. Ashwin, you can stop your
Thank,
recording.
thank you, Girish. Thank you, Girish, for this
Yeah,
session.
thanks.